Hey, listen, no? You see that red subscribe button over there? Nothing. Just hit it. And this bell icon? Ring that bell to know every time I come online. Give me a like, cause it's free. Next we are going to prime our eyes. I'm going to use a Tarte Shape Tape primer. But before that I want to apply a primer onto my eyelids, just because we are going to be doing a lot of blending, because her kajal is smudged a lot, it's smokied a lot. So I do want a smooth primer underneath, just to give all the smudging a nice slippery base. I'm using Max Factor Smooth Miracle Primer. If you want like a grippy primer, if you have oily eyelids and you want a grippy primer, then I would suggest a mattifying primer like L'Oreal primer. The L'Oreal Beige Magique one is quite grippy. This on the other hand is not grippy, but it's very smooth. A little bit of Tarte Shape Tape. She has quite uplifted eyebrow bones. Like her eyebrows are like that all the time. So we are going to cheat that, and we are going to use concealer and some makeup magic to do that. We are going to play with the shadows, as in we are going to use lighter skin colors over there to make them look more uplifted and more as if they are like coming a little more forward. Because anything that's light comes forward and anything that's dark goes backward. So we're just gonna blend that. You can use your brush to blend it, but when it comes to Tarte Shape Tape, I prefer my fingers, guys, because this is such a full coverage concealer. We're just gonna prime our eyes because we are going to be doing a lot on that eyelid. That's why you use Tarte Shape Tape to erase the details completely. Now we're going to draw on detail again. We're going to go in with kohl. The whole concept of smoky is to create gradient. Anything that's dark goes backward and anything that's light comes forward. And that's the whole concept of smoky, where we are creating these shades to make your eyes look like they have more depth. I'm gonna change this kohl because that kohl wasn't working out. I'm gonna use this. This is the L'Oreal gel liner, and yeah, I'm just gonna dance a little bit. I'm listening to music while I'm doing this part, the parts that I know I'm gonna be doing voiceover on. So in order to create gradient, I'm going to draw a line with a eyeliner brush. I'm using kohl though, not eyeliner. And we are going to just draw it like a wing line, and then we are going to get to smudging it, because if I start smudging it before itself, we are not going to have that gradient. I'm using a pencil brush here just to show you. Take a Q-tip, wet it with your spit a little bit. This is a trick that a makeup artist once showed me. So he just asked me to stick my tongue out. I stuck it. He dipped that Q-tip in my tongue and then he started rubbing it on my eye, and I was just looking at him like, dude, what are you doing? And he said, what? It's better your spit than my spit, right? I said, yeah, I don't want your spit on my eyes. So the thing is, if you don't wet it with your spit, it sort of starts absorbing all the product and it doesn't give you that smooth blend. That's why it's important to do this. We are going to now use a matte brown shade in order to smudge this black. I find the blackish brownish smoky eyes much more wearable than the absolute black smoky eye. A black smoky eye also looks very glamorous, and that's more of a party look according to me. But in order to stay true to what Alia Bhatt is wearing, it is this. She's wearing a very natural daytime smoky look. So this is a matte brown, and once we've patted it all over the eyelid, I'm gonna go in with another color which is more of it is a brown, but this is a slightly wooden color brown, like a lighter shade brown. The one that we've already applied was like a chocolate brown, As you can see, this is a lighter shade of brown. Now I'm going to merge that with what we've already put, the darker brown. This is we are doing all this just to like create that gradient, at the same time not make it look so dark, not give ourselves panda eyes, if you know what I mean. I mean, all my deep seated eye sisters over there know what I mean. So I'm just using the combination of these two browns to cut my crease, just give it some shading, because we have erased the details, right? So it's important that we bring that definition again. This is a very good brush, by the way. I think this is goat hair. This is by PAC. It's their This is Faces Solid Black. I've been using this kajal since like 5 years now almost, you guys, and I think I would have gone through at least like 10-15 of these. It's really good. It's very black and very smooth, and just it never irritates my eyes. Because I wear contact lenses, I have to be a little selective in what it is that I like to wear. And this kajal is so black that my eyes start looking as if they are of some dark brown shade, whereas actually I have black eyes, like otherwise if you were to see me without this. But this is so black that I feel like it brings out the brown in your eyes. Like I said, I wear contact lenses, which is why generally I don't tight line. But to be fair to this look, I feel like in order for me to do justice to this look, I will have to tight line. There's this one scene in the song, you guys, where Madhuri is standing like that and Alia sort of goes behind her and comes from here, and then she starts dancing and everything. So when she goes close to her and she sort of hides behind her and again comes up, you'll see there's one scene in which the camera is from very like low angle, and she's looking up. So in that scene you'll be able to see that her makeup artist has tight lined her upper lash line. So even though I wear contact lenses, I am going to tight line today, because that is how committed I am to this video and to YouTube. So a trick that a makeup artist once told me when we were shooting for Kalashri, when he was tight lining, when the pencil comes here, your eye is supposed to go there, and when the pencil comes here, your eye, so whichever direction your pencil is in, your eyeball has to go in the opposite direction. This sort of prevents your eyes from watering, because I have sensitive eyes, my eyes water a lot. There, tight lining done. Like I said, my eyes are not used to getting tight lined, so they are like watering a little bit. Once we have done so much of smudging, there is definitely going to be eyeshadow fallout, which is why I think it's important that you just do this eye look, these kind of eye looks before you do your foundation, because then you can just take a tissue, take moisturizer and swipe it off. You can also take makeup remover, but I take moisturizer because that way I'm also moisturizing my under eyes while removing my makeup. Once we have added so much of darkness, I feel in order for us to bring the proportions back, we must add some light. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to take this palette and I'm going to take this shade and this shade, a combination of these two, and I'm going to place it underneath my brow bone. Also, this is going to make your eyebrow bone come a little forward, which is how Alia Bhatt has it. I mean, the studio lights and lights in the hands of camera professionals can really bring out your bone structure a lot. Like, your bone structure can look much more chiseled and sharp in those professional lights. Guys, technology in the hands of a professional is very powerful. I'm gonna take this yellow in the middle. This is the Kat Von D palette, the contour and highlight palette, and I'm going to take it a little on the I'm not just going to place it on the brow bone, I'm going to dust it across our crease work too. because that way I feel like the transition from our crease work to eyebrow bone is very smooth. It looks like we've spent hours at blending, and it looks like we've taken our time with blending, whereas actually it was just a clever trick. This is something a makeup artist once did on me. He would do the most intense crease work, and yet somehow at the end of it, it would look all blended. And I asked him one day, so he told me this is his trick. I want to take this peach shade in the center, and I want to place it in the center of my eyelid just to bring some light, because otherwise a smoky can make your eyes look like really dark. I mean, if you're standing in these studio lights and everything, then it's gonna look fine. But when you go out, a smoky is gonna make your eyes look really dark. So it's important that you add light here, because the difference between a smoky eye that is meant only for photography, only for camera, and a smoky eye that you can wear outside is this, you guys. The difference is just very small. You just have to add some light here, because we've brought in a lot of darkness. It's important for us to add light just to bring the proportions back.